Move! Go, Alexander. Don't be a prat. They see me strolling. They hatin'. Ooh, I see something shiny that I did not see before.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Ha! I'm a prince. Let's look at it.
Alexander's ring is made of the purest gold and has the insignia of the royal family of Daventry on its face.
Sweet. It looks like a wrestling championship belt.
I'm Alexander, and I'm gonna win the heart of that there princess if it's the last thing I do.
The defending champion. Let's touch it.
Alexander is already wearing his ring.
Oh. But I want to touch it.
Alexander...
Fine. Can I talk to my ring?
Reminiscing of home is fine, but the ring is not a very good listener.
Sure it is. It never interrupts.
That object has nothing to say.
That object. It doesn't even have its own thing. Can I touch it?
The mechanical nightingale's hard tin body doesn't feel anything like a real bird's soft feathers.
Really? I never would have guessed.
The mechanical nightingale is made of tin, painted dreary shades of brown to match the coloring of a real nightingale. A small key emerges from its back.
It looks gray to me. Whatever. I'm walking to the castle very, very slowly, listening to the fanfare once again so that I can show them I'm from Daventry.
Alexander decides to try his royal insignia ring on the guards.
Ah!
With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible proof of his identity that he can think of.
You can show him your
Perhaps
birthmark.
This ring will convince you of my identity. It is the royal insignia ring of Daventry.
That I stole from the real prince.
I'm sure. Just let me take a look at that ring.
Yeah, 'cause I'll totally know it if I see
I'm
it.
sorry, Your Highness. It's just that princes are so uncommon in these parts. Let me get Captain Saladin.
Yes, you go get Captain Salad dinner. I see a staircase. Salad dinner, you are the king.
Guard returns a moment later with
I've
a
crowned you.
majestic-looking
Oops.
creature.
I've
Captain Saladin
crowned you.
speaks
There we
with a
go.
voice that is gentle but reflects a will of iron.
Of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry, I presume.
Ah!
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Wazir Alhazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please
Shut up, Frollo.
follow me.
Follow me.
No, you forgot your crown. He's gone.
Lord Alhazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
Hold my crown.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Hey, why is your sword out? I'm not doing.
But I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family.
King
and
Graham?
from
'Cause
imprisonment
everybody knows
under
who he
an evil
is.
Wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
The very same.
When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Well,
I want to
I
bang
came
her.
to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while she
Died!
Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors of any kind.
Okay, You know,
Even if she were, I do
Really?
not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time for Cassima to take her responsibilities seriously.
your responsibilities.
With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cassima and I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, I'll
Cassima,
marry you all Cassima wants now.
Yes, because
As a
who wouldn't
prince
want to be
and
married
a
to you?
gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
I see. I
Embarrassment.
suppose that I was mistaken.
No, you aren't. He's
I thought
just a prick.
for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be swift.
How do I escape?
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
Heh, now the crown looks like
I
it's
would
his
advise
necklace.
against that.
He's got some bling bling going on.
Rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days? But
Inhospitable.
it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
Yeah, put away your sword. Now, I understand her parents died and she's sad, but after
You have
3
had
months
your
of
hearing,
being,
Wazir Al
you know,
Hazred.
sequestered
I
in
trust
her
you'll
room,
respect his wishes and not return.
seems
I
a
have
little
been
bit
instructed
extreme.
Not
Not
to let you
really
into the castle
healthy.
again. Good day, my lord.
Lord.
Captain Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
I'm still royalty. You do still have to treat me with some, you know, respect.
Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle.
I'm into the castle again. Alrighty. Well, that happened. Get... Walking, walking, walking very slowly down the path. Walking down the path.
Old lamps for new!
Let's go into the pawn shop again. My ring has failed me.
Day.
Good day! Good day to you! Top of the morning to ya! Take my ring from me. I don't want it.
Can you tell me, merchant, what the value of this ring might be?
By the sands of the sea, what a beauty! What fine gold and masterful artistry! This ring is quite valuable, sir. I would not feel right taking it in trade. None of the items on display in my humble store are even close to the value of this ring.
Truly? Well, it would be hard to part with it anyway, I suppose.
Fine. 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 I'm leaving. No, don't touch yourself. Get out of the door. Alright. Now we'll go into Ali's bookshop.
Hello. I will be right up.
You're the king of books.
Now, what can I do for you?
Will you take my ring?
Would you be interested in this ring?
It is a stunning ring, but I do not deal with jewelry and personal effects. Books and hard gold are all I can handle. You might check with my neighbor next door, though. He deals in such things.
But I don't want my ring, and neither did he. Do you want a bird?
Merchant, would you be interested in this?
No, thank you. I deal only in books.
And gold, you said.
Thinking of Cassima, Alexander decides to leaf through one of the volumes of love poetry. He reads,
It's not what I wanted to do.
Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast. Not bad. And another. Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed. Oh, that she were not there. Yikes.
She drowned at sea.
What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me through and through, and binds my heart with live without the sight of you? What nameless thing has captured me, and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name, that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply, its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you.
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf.
You do that. Oh no, it fell out.
Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want to click the page that fell out.
Alexander.
No. Don't do
Alexander
this.
picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
The one about dying at
I
sea?
see that old volume has lost another page. You
Oh,
may keep
dear.
it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times already.
I do rather like it.
I'm
Thank
just
you,
going to sell this book without all of its pages because that's the type of person I am.
For some inexplicable reason, Alexander feels compelled to avoid this hooded old man.
Too bad.
An old man occasionally steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under a concealing hood.
He's a ring wraith! He's here for your ring! You better give it to him or else he'll send more after you and then you'll die.
The old man would not be interested in anything that Alexander might show him.
I thought he wanted the one ring to give to his master. Do you want a love poem?
The old man would not be
I'll
There's
read it
no
to you.
reason to use that on the book.
No, on yourself.
There's no reason to use that on the... Alexander reads the love poem. What was it when I looked at you?
No,
What
don't do it.
name was
Don't
the
do it.
name? There's no...
Alright. What's that? Let's pick it up.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
If it's that bad, why don't you just throw it away? Throw it away.
Might I return this?
Go ahead and keep it. That page has fallen out 1 too many times for me.
Take it back.
Might I return this?
Please, I had a hard enough time getting rid of that book in the first place.
Then throw it away!
The old man would not be interested in it.
Alright, I'm leaving. Y'all are dumb.
Old lamps for new!
Oh, look at that beautiful orange maiden. You want a book?
The young serving girl is too far away to be given anything.
Oh. Will you marry
There's
me?
no reason to use that object there.
Will you marry me? Will you marry me?
Lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you!
But I want her to marry
Still
me.
got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning!
Yes, stepmother.
Oops. Oh my god! Well, that happened. Will you marry me?
There's no reason to...
Fine. What's over here? Boom! Boom! We're walking away, kind of. Alexander! Go! Get... Who's that?
Alexander feels his pocket.
No.
Alexander...
No.
That boat. That boat. The boat.
No!
The cargo bay is unlikely to hold anything of interest, or have a very pleasant smell after months of dry docking. Alexander decides not to descend into the dark hole.
But you just saw a dude go down there.
There is no reply from the cargo hatch.
Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna go talk to people some more. Old lambs for no.
There's no.
Enter the pawn shop because I like. I'm gonna call you Archie.
Good day.
I'm gonna go talk to Archie now.
Good day, merchant. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can tell you she is in a dark time.
Ah,
Without the ferry, communication
it was a
between the
dark
islands has
day,
ground to
a
halt.
black
So
day.
has my business. Why the long ages of peace have ended, and why the crown has not done something about it is beyond me.
Because they're dead?
I am a shopkeeper, not a politician, and can only hope for better days.
Well, Archie, the king and queen are dead. So there is that. And your vizier may not be quite nice of a person. I met him, and he seemed kind of rude. Just thought process over here, but maybe, just perhaps, he and his evil, half-naked manservant might be a little bit evil.
How bide you, good merchant?
How bide you?
Well, though a purchase would not hurt me any.
I already bought stuff from you, and then I tried to give you my ring, and you wouldn't take it.
How bide you?
Alright. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go talk to Ali. I'm gonna talk to Ali, and I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. What can you tell me about the Green Isles? You may help me by giving me information.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
I'm a stranger in
I
this
heard
land.
pointing music.
What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can
That
tell
is
you.
quite a question, young man.
Well, we're isles,
Who are you?
and we're green.
And what would you have me tell you?
My name is
Everything.
Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown.
I already told you I knew that.
The royal family's castle is here.
Yes, I know. I
Besides
told
the
you that I
castle,
know that.
We also have this village, and the docks over to the west.
You don't say.
3 other islands.
At least
Isle
3.
of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Advice is only free if you're a bad merchant. Are you a bad merchant? I think you might be a bad merchant. I'm just gonna stare you down. Just gonna stare at you. I'm gonna stare at you until you break. Actually, I'm just gonna go talk to the boatman. Boatman! Oh, yeah. Where is the boatman? He is this way. Where is the boatman? So I say, hey. Very pretty music, yes. Move on. Oh, not this again. Alexander, why? Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
How about no?
Alexander feels his pockets carefully.
No.
That boat is not...
Come on, jump!
No, screw you.
The cargo bay is unlikely to hold anything of interest, or have a very pleasant... That boat is not going in...
What are you waiting for?
The boat does not...
Go away.
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Or maybe he's evil.
The boat does... There's no... That boat is not going...
Yeah, what do you want?
Wow, rude.
Alexander is already wearing the ring. Using that on the sail would be pointless. Alexander...
I have this ring. You see, my name is Alexander, and I'm from Daventry.
Is that so? Well, that's nice.
Well, tell your
but I
kitty
really
hi.
Can't do anything for you, so just walk away nice now and leave me be. Go away. The ferry's out of business.
Alexander feels his pocket.
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
The ferryman doesn't seem interested in shaking hands with Alexander.
Excuse me. My name is
Excuse me.
Alexander.
Is it?
The owner of the bookshop in the village told me
I
you
thought it
might
was
be able to
Gwydion.
help
I
me.
mean...
I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
Allie? Is his name Allison?
What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
I would like to talk
I'm a
about your
visitor to
beautiful
these
hat.
islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this...
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired...
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There must be
There's only
some
one other way
way.
to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the
A
pawn
magic
shop can tell you more
map?
about that than I can, Alexander.
Great. Well, I'm outie. Oh, you gonna shake my hand
I
now?
think I'll be going now.
You didn't want to shake my hand
Thanks
before.
for allowing me into your home.
Posh. Not at
Posh.
all. It breaks the
What's
boredom,
posh
if you know
mean?
what I mean.
Then why were you such an asshole? Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.